Good.
Concept. That's the word, is it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's on mute.
It's unmuted?
Yeah, you want mute?
No. We live?
Yeah, we live.
You post a link?
Come.
Just let me know when it's up on Facebook.
Yeah, I just posted it right now, sir. Under my page.
It's still no picture. It's all right though. The new one, right? You posted a new one?
Yeah, it said thumbnail. When I said it said small for thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know if you heard me say, but it took a picture of it.
Oh, so it might post later.
No, it should post it right away. Like the thumbnail is for the YouTube, I think.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Oh, shit. Oh, that's all good. Everybody grab a seat. Grab a seat up. You need something?
I was just checking to make sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's on. We on YouTube.
Concept. Okay.
Good. I'll clap it up. All right, before we finish it, going to the topics, right? Or finish the topic from last week. Anybody got any questions? No questions? Yeah. Okay. Any questions off the topic? All right, that's good. What's we have from last week? Who we finish at?
Last week.
Let's go to Daniel 3:12. The last thing we said was 2 Timothy 3:7, right?
Concept.
All right. Let's go to Daniel 3:12. Remember we were talking about idol worship. What's idol worship again? Go ahead. Okay, y'all got your Bible dictionary?
Come.
All right, look up idol work. What is it? Idolatry.
Idolatry.
Yeah.
Want me to read it?
Okay.
Idolatry in the Zandervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 368.
Right.
The word idolatry.
Read from the part. Are you reading from that one same part?
Yeah, concept.
Right,
the word idolatry, which occurs only once in the KJV, 1 Samuel 15:23, has no exact Hebrew equivalent. There are, however, a number of Hebrew words which are rendered idol in the KJV. They all give expressions to the looting, contempt, and dread excited in godly men by idolatry. The terms are as follows: haven, emptiness, nothingness.
Mm-hmm.
There is a vain false, wicked thing.
Okay, no sweat. So right, that's idolatry, right? Nothingness, vainness, all that, right? Now give me Daniel 3 and 12. Daniel 3 and 12.
The book of Daniel, chapter 3 and verse 12. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon.
Anybody know what a province is? Go ahead.
You know, like a city, sir?
Kind of, a little more than a city. Look up province real quick.
Like a county?
Village?
Not a village. It's like all those circumference in one, though. County's good. I'll take county because it's like cities in the county. Go ahead.
I got the definition, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the definition for province out of the Merriam-Webster Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
A country or region brought under the control of the ancient Roman government and administrative district or division of a country.
Got you. So now, this when you bring in different cultures, right? Under one authority, right? So now you got, that's why they call it Babylon. Babylon is a mixture of what? Different cultures, right? Under one umbrella. And these people, the so-called the Jews at this time, were over this province, meaning what? They had a high position in that place, right? Even though being the oppressed people or the second-class citizens, they were still able to attain an excellent job. You understand? Keep going.
Oh, God.
Similar to what you'll see like black mayors today, black councilmen, you know, black rocket scientists, things like that, right? Go ahead.
Oh, God. Shadrach,
Meshach,
Shadrach and Meshach and
Abednego.
Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image.
Go ahead.
Which thou hast set up. The Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king.
Meaning what, though? Break it down. Somebody break it down. Go ahead.
Is this so basically, like the king, they gather these men because they ain't serving their God.
That's true, but what else, though? What else have you read from this? When you got from this? I got you, right? Even though they had high positions, right? They still didn't conform to them. You understand? They still didn't join into their religion. They still didn't come and serve the heathens. They still served their God, even having those high positions. You understand, right? So you can do that. You can go as far as you want to in the white man's world, as long as you can keep your integrity and your honor and know who your God is. You understand? Like if you want to be a mayor, it's not a sin to be a mayor. It's not a sin to work in city council. You understand, right? It's not a sin to do that. Most of the time, it just can't happen because you have to kind of conform into the society. You know what I mean? But they didn't, though. They still didn't worship their gods. They didn't bow down to their gods. So now they basically getting snitched on from one of the workers, right? He's a heathen too, right? Go ahead. The king gets upset. He brings him in. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, and sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands?
Right. So now, anytime you were to hear this sound, they would have to stop and worship and bow down and serve that God. But now they disregarded it. Y'all with me, right? They disregarded what the king said because they're not supposed to serve no other gods. You understand? So now he threatened them with putting them in the fire if they don't do it. What is that similar to? What is that similar to? When you hear something, you have to stop and do it. Go ahead. The Pledge of Allegiance, right? Same thing. Y'all understand it's a sin to pledge of allegiance, right? Like if you have children, teach your children and go into to the school and tell them, tell those teachers that your child does not pledge allegiance. They sit down. You understand, right? That's something you got to do just to teach your child while he's young, and it's against God, right? Go ahead.
Verse 16, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king.
Right, meaning what? Listen, it is what it is. Right. I can't tell you that I'm going to serve you because you're threatening me. It's our job to die instead of serving another God. Right? And our God is so strong that he would be with us. You understand? That's what he's saying. Keep going.
18. But if not be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship thy golden image which thou hast set up.
That's what he's telling them. You don't have, like, you come in America, you don't have to be a Christian. You know that, right? You don't have to be a lover of America. You don't have to celebrate Christmas. You don't have to celebrate Thanksgiving. You can go against the grain, right? You understand that, right? Now, it might feel a little uncomfortable for when you first start doing it, but it's something that God requires you to do. So now, these men know what? They can't do this because they are righteous men of God. Right. They're upright men, and they're not scared, or they're not ashamed, right? That's what Adam and Eve, right? They're not ashamed to serve their God, right, even in the midst of captivity, right? Go ahead.
Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury.
So now he's pissed off. The king's pissed off, right? Go ahead.
And the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Right. So now he lost favor. These brothers lost favor because the king is not getting the, what's that word? He is not. Yeah, he's not getting the respect. Well, they're not hearkening to what he says, because what he says go for everybody, right? So now he's pissed off, and his visage changed, meaning his countenance changed on how he's going to treat these cats. These cats are people who help him in his work, right? People are helping him in his work, similar to Joseph when he helped Pharaoh. Y'all familiar with that? Same thing, right? Go ahead.
Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be.
Right. So now it was let's say the furnace was at 100 degrees. Now they put it at 700 degrees, right? They put it at 7. Usually you put it at 300, 350. They put it to, let's say it's at 1,000 degrees, right? Now it's at 1,000 degrees. This furnace. Go ahead.
And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Go ahead.
And to cast them into the burning fiery furnace.
Go ahead.
Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Fire, it was so damn hot. The guys that took him over there to the furnace burned up. Right? Go ahead. Where you at? What verse you at? 22?
22.
Go ahead.
Yes, no, 23. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound in the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire?
Go ahead.
They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire.
Go ahead.
And they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither.
Now he switched his whole tone, right? because now he put the cats in the fire and they did not burn up. And now he put 3 cats, and now he see a 4th one. And then the 4th one was an angel that was with these cats while in that fire. And he changed this whole thing, man. Like, the Lord is really with these cats. This God that they serve is really real. You understand? That's the whole point of it, right? You don't have to serve America, or you don't have to serve another God to feel gratification or to want to be like other nations, what we failed to do in the past. We can serve our God and win.
Right.
And our enemies will come serve us.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Keep going.
Khan, then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire. And the princes, governors, and captains, and the king, counselors, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed. Neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them.
Come on, go ahead.
Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who have sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God.
Y'all understand, right? That's the whole point, man. That's the thing when you come to serve your God. The problem is people don't believe that their God has power, the Most High. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Most people don't believe what they can't see, so you can't really go there. If you hear you're about to go into a fire, you'll switch gods. You'll change. You'll start serving God, whatever God you want. He wants you to serve, right? But these cats kept it to all the way to the end and did not die. You understand? Okay. And did not die. Y'all know the story about the 7 brothers in the Maccabees, right? Y'all familiar with that? Okay. God, no sweat. We ain't gonna go there today. We'll go there probably next week, all right? No sweat. We can go from there, right? Give me we go to Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 27. I think we did. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 1. Who got it?
Sorry, so you said 14 and 1?
15 and 1?
15 and 1?
If we read this last week, let me know.
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15 and verse 1. We do acknowledge the true God, the folly of idol makers, and of the enemies of God's people.
Keep going.
Because besides the idols of the Gentiles, they worship vile beasts.
They worship vile beasts. Taking all the way to verse 6. Keep going on too.
Okay. But thou, O God, art gracious and true, long-suffering and in mercy, ordering all things. For if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power. But we will not sin.
We will not what?
We will not sin.
We will not sin. Right? This is Wisdom of Solomon. Right? This is Solomon reading, teaching this, right? He's saying we will not sin. When your Christian pastor tell you that God forgives you for all your sins, right? God said, you know, he'd love you no matter what sin you do, right? But the brother's saying right here, we will not sin. Keep going.
Okay. Knowing that we are counted thine, for to know thee is perfect righteousness.
Keep going.
Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality. For neither did the mischievous intuition of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors.
Right, you understand? Nothing will change how we feel or what we know about what the Lord does for us. Right? You can give us an image of the white man being a god. You can give us a rock with gold and silver over it, right? You can give us a cross. You can give us all these things that really allow you to sin because they can't teach you nothing. You know what I mean? But this thing that the Lord has given us, we know that it's bigger than all those things. So now to turn away from that is to be dishonorable. and to be in the way of the Lord's hands, which is not a good thing, right? Go ahead.
Okay.
What verse you at?
I'm on the end of 4, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The painter's fruitless labor, the sight whereof enticeth fools to lust after it.
Mm-hmm. Those pretty images, those nice looking things, they entice fools, right? They entice them to lust after it. Why would they lust after it? Why? What's the thing that draws them to this image? Power? Not power. Go ahead.
I would say, sir, being a traditional thing, hands down.
That's somewhat. Man, you else want to give it a shot? Why would you worship something? Why would you bring it food? Why would you, pray to it? Go ahead.
So I can serve because they think it has power.
They think? Sis.
To have favor.
Not favor. Ramaka.
Is it to fulfill their lust?
You on it. Corral, you want to try?
Because they love it. So like,
They do love it. They're doing this to this thing because they want freedom. That's what they want. You go serve nothing because you know nothing can't save you, can't help you, can't tell you no. You understand? If I wanted to go serve a God, if I wanted to go serve Buddha, I can serve Buddha because Buddha is not going to tell me no. Buddha can't tell me to stop getting high. Buddha is going to accept what I do.
Right.
You understand? Caesar Borgia is going to accept what I do. They're accepting that God has authority over men and tells them what to do. They don't like that. Y'all understand? Men does not like men. When I say men, I mean men and women. They don't like being told no, right? You got that thing with the baby, right? The baby they're trying to cancel the baby because he said what he said about the LGBTQ community, right? They're trying to cancel him when he didn't say anything wrong, but the homosexual community is violent. You understand? They are violent and they want to cancel him because what he said goes against their natural choice of free will to be homosexual, right? Remember back in the day, it was a thing. It was someone would tell you have to be a closet homosexual to hide it because it's not normal for a man or a woman to be a homosexual. Now, 20 years later, they're pushing it to say, well, it's your choice. You can do what you want because the thing is, no one wants the responsibility of authority over them to tell them no. Not only are we against homosexuality, we tell you you have to change. You see how crazy that sounds in today's world? To tell someone, no, you can't be gay and you gotta change. God would not accept you like that. They would try to cancel you. Only thing about canceling the I.S.U.P.K, you can't cancel the I.S.U.P.K because God is with us. You understand?
Okay.
Keep going up.
Okay. And so they desire the form of a dead image that had no breath.
Right. You understand, right? And so they desire what? Read again.
And so they desire the form of a dead image.
That's what they want. They want the form of a dead image that has no breath. You see why you want to serve that as a thing? Why would you want to serve it? Because this thing can't help you. That's why you should serve it. Because you know whatever you pray to it, it's going to answer your prayers.
right.
Because it has no breath.
Right.
Right? It's a dead image. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 6. Both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things.
Say it again.
Both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things.
That's why they do it, because they love the evil thing. Y'all with me?
Okay.
You love to do the evil thing and not the right thing. So they want to serve something that has no breath. They want to make something. Imagine you make something and start to serve. That sounds ridiculous, right? Imagine I can make something out of these 2 plastic cups and be like, I put it on an altar and say, that's my God. That's what any image is. It's whatever you find and put together and start serving, right? Any more?
Come. And are worthy to have such things to trust upon.
And
that's what's up.
No sweat. Good to go on that? No sweat. Let me get John 17 and 17.
The book of John, chapter 17, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Sanctify them through thy truth.
Say it again.
Sanctify them through thy truth.
How do you clean somebody? Do you clean somebody by worshiping an image? Right? Do you clean somebody by bowing down to an image? Right? So what? How do you sanctify? How do you make them clean? Read it again.
So like it, sanctify them through thy truth.
By that what?
Thy truth.
Go ahead.
Thy word is truth.
That's how you clean somebody.
Right.
By giving them the truth. Not water, not serving a false god, but by telling them the truth that's according to the Bible. Right? That's how you clean somebody. That's what the Bible says. 2 Corinthians 6 and 16.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 16. And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols?
Mm-hmm.
For ye are the temple of the living God.
Who is the temple of the living God?
Ye are the temple of the living God.
Where is the temple of the living God? Somebody answer that for me. Nazar?
Here with us?
No. With us, yeah. Specifically who?
Us?
Specifically?
Me?
Yes. You understand? Ye are the temple. That's what it says, right?
Right.
That's why, like this body that you have, who does it belong to? The Lord. You understand, right?
Right.
That's the temple. That's why that's why you can't smoke. That's why you can't eat abominations. That's why you can't sleep with whores. That's why you can't be a homosexual. This body doesn't belong to you.
Right.
Ye are the temple. Read again.
Oh God.
6 and 16.
Oh, come. So I lost and what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God.
Keep going.
As God has said, I will dwell in them.
I will what?
I will dwell in them.
The Lord dwells in you. Go ahead.
And walk in them.
To think that God is going to dwell in the idol is foolishness. When God dwells in you. That's why we said that brother got the spirit of Christ. That's the spirit you should be in, the spirit of Christ. How you can be in the spirit of Christ? By having Christ in you. How do you have Christ in you? This is the question. Sis?
Through the truth.
Huh?
Through the truth.
Through the truth, right? By walking in the truth. That's how you have the spirit of Christ in you. Right? Go ahead.
Oh God. And I will be their God. And they shall be my people. Verse 17. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate.
Be what?
Be ye separate.
Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you.
Keep going to 18.
And ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
That's in 18?
Come.
So let me Deuteronomy 29 and 16. You got to ask for? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 16. For ye know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which ye passed by. Verse 17. And ye have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone,
go ahead,
silver and gold, which were among them. Verse 18. Lest there should be among you man or woman or family or tribe whose heart turneth away this day from the Lord our God.
Wait, read 16 again now.
Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 16. For ye know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which ye passed by. Verse 17. And ye have seen their abominations.
Right. So you passing through these nations when you're coming out of Egypt, and you're seeing these abominations, the other nations' abominations, right? The heathens' so-called gods. Go ahead.
And their idols.
And their idols. Go ahead.
Wood and stone.
Uh-huh.
Silver and gold.
Wood and stone, silver and gold. Go ahead.
Which were among them.
Which were among them. That's the most important part. You can't serve what they serve. Those belong to them, right? Not to you.
Right.
They don't have a God, so they have to make a graven image. They have to make a makeshift God, something to believe in. The thing is, they really believe in that false God that they have, which is nothing. But you don't even believe in the real God that you have. That's why we destroy it. You understand? Let me get Psalm 96 and 5, and then we'll be off this topic.
The book of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him.
One more time from the top, Salakia.
Come. The book of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols.
For all the gods of the nations are idols. That's what I just said, all right? Go ahead.
But the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him.
Mm-hmm.
Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary.
You understand that, man? That's what the sanctuary, that's what dwells in the Lord's sanctuary. Strength and beauty and honor. Not what these false gods have, not what these other nations have. We can't, that precept says, envy thou not thy oppressor. That's what we can't do. We can't envy him for what he has, because what he has is vain. There's nothing beautiful about it. There's nothing honorable about it. Those are all things of vanities. The Lord said, go against that, man. Don't worry about what they have, but focus on what I can give you if you come and serve me. You understand? The whole plot of the Bible is what? Come serve me so I can give you the tools necessary to win. But if you can't, you're going to continue to be destroyed. Y'all with me? So, are we good on that? Any questions?
So somebody has a question online.
Go ahead.
It said, Malak, isn't the Mexicans, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans another race?
Are they another race? No. I mean, they're a different tribe. They're not a different race. All 12 tribes are black. What do I mean by that? When I say that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, when I say black people, what do I mean by that? I gave you the answer. But what does that mean on the second part? Go ahead.
So you said black people?
Yeah. When we say black people, you need to change. Black people, you need to serve God. Black people, you need to come to the truth. What am I saying? Go ahead.
The condition.
That is perfect. Exactly. Black is the condition. You understand? That's the condition that you're in. Everything all right? No sweat. Black is the condition that you're in. You get what I'm saying? That's why you can say black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, because it's the condition that they live in, the curses that they live under. Y'all with me? No sweat. What was we at? What we just read right now?
Psalms 96 and 5.
Psalms 96 and 5. Where we at now?
You said we ended there. So.
Okay, no sweat. And now we're going to interracial marriage, right? Okay. I remember what I was supposed to go over. It's supposed to be separation, right? Sure.
So you gonna go into that first? Separation?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can. One second. Let me get Genesis 6 and 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair.
Right. So now, read that one more time. I'll break it down. Everything good back there? Genesis 6:1. Read it again. So now I'll give you this, right? Anybody know why God flooded the earth? Why did God flood the earth? Sis, you want to give it a shot?
To remove sin in the world.
That's pretty vague. Any specifics? Ramon.
To renew the earth.
To renew the earth is true, but it's not specific. Coming out.
Why did God flood the earth?
Mhm.
Because the Son of Man, the Son of God, which are the Israelites, were sleeping.
Adamites.
The Adamites, like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Adamites were taking in marriage the other nations.
You understand, right?
The other women's nation.
Perfectly said. The God had to flood the earth, destroy the earth, because these cats were not loyal to their own.
Right.
Y'all with me? If you was to have sex with a white woman today, you know you have a white father now. What do I mean by that? Her father becomes your father-in-law. In the Bible, that's your father. They're not looked at as a father-in-law. Like, in the world, they're not looked at like that. They're looked at as a father. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your mother-in-law is looked at as a mother to you now.
Yeah.
You understand? God hated that. God did not want you to deal with no other nations, so he flooded the earth and brought back only 8 souls, because those are the only 8 souls that listened to what he said to do and not sleep with other nations. Y'all with me? So now read 6:1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, and verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair.
Right, the sons of God, meaning these are the so-called Adam's sons, right? Sons of God, meaning prince of the power. We're sons of God. You understand? So now, these cats get to see what? That these heathen women, these women outside their nation, they look at them like, damn, these women are beautiful. They bad. They pretty, right? The nation is small. They don't want to sleep with someone they see all the time. They trying to sleep with someone they don't see all the time. You get what I mean? They call it what today? Not that.
Interracial marriage.
Yes, but there's another thing they call it. Coming up.
Biracial?
No. It's a sickness. Anybody want to give it a shot?
Jungle fever.
Jungle fever. That's what they call it. It's called jungle fever. Like your mother, if your mother grew up, she heard it, right? Your grandparents for sure heard it. People would get killed in the South if you would sleep with a white woman, right? Emmett Till didn't even whistle at a white woman, got killed. Go ahead.
So I thought jungle fever was when the other nations had a lust for
Black people?
Yeah.
Shit, nah, it's whatever. It's black people having a lust for heathens, in my opinion. That's jungle fever. Because what you're saying is that we're gorillas or something. You know what I mean?
Okay,
they're the beast of the field. You get what I'm saying? So now that is what they call it, jungle fever, right? So now you got brothers who, this is what you have in the world today. Black men, you have black men and black women or Hispanic women sleeping with white men is more social media hype than it is in a reality. You understand? But black men, Hispanic men definitely love that white woman. They love heathens, period, right? Why? Why is it though? What is the thing that draws black and Hispanic men to these heathen women? Does anybody know? Go ahead, little sis, you got it?
Is it because like black women, they consider them like little big mouths?
Okay, give her a hand. Most High in Christ, yeah. Give her a hand. That's what they consider. They say that, right? A lot of black men say it because they think that they're, I guess, not as no, what's the word? They're not combative, right? They're not as combative. They're not as loud. They're not as, ignorant as a black woman. They feel like I got to be with someone else because, she's crazy, right? Really it's because he's a punk, right? He's a punk. He doesn't want to deal or control or help her control her mouth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now he goes to what? Someone else, a white woman, an Asian woman, and he wants to go be with this person because in his mind, they're not as combative, right? Which is a lie, right? White women drive white men up the wall. Right. You understand? Same thing for Asians, right? It's just a woman thing more than anything. But black men in their stupid little mind, when I say these, I'm talking about a specific type of man, right? In their dumb little mind, they think that because this woman is like this, I shouldn't be with her. I deserve something better, right? So now they go out and they go get them a woman, a heathen woman, and they have sex with this heathen woman, and now they give their loyalty to them instead of they giving their loyalty to a sister.
Right.
And they wonder why black women talk bad about them when they sleep with women outside their nation, because they should talk bad about them. You understand? All right, no sweat. Keep reading.
Verse 2, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Right. So now they took these women that they thought that was beautiful, and they had sex with them, and they had children with them. The problem is, these are God's chosen people having sex with heathens. You get what I mean? So now you're mixing races, right? You're giving your holy seed to a heathen. Now that baby is coming out what? An Israelite, but mixed with heathen blood, right? So now it becomes a problem. I'm jumping ahead. It becomes a problem because now you have athletes or you have people who look a certain way that are more accepted because of their more fairer skin and their white features or their heathen features. You know what I'm saying? Give me one today. Give me some famous black and white cat. Let me see. Go ahead.
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Good, right? Lonzo Ball, right? Go ahead.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry full black. Yeah.
Oh, you full black?
He full black. He
just
light skin. His mama black and his daddy black. Go ahead.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. The Rock. Right? You got all these cats who are mixed with heathen people, but then the people honor them not really as black. You get what I'm saying? They know they black. Like their license says black male, black female, but they get more glory because of their complexion. You get what I mean? They become mighty men. They get to be accepted in society, right? And this is what this is about. That's what the scripture is about to say. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with men, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days.
Go ahead.
And also after that.
When they say there were giants in the earth in those days, what does that mean? Because you got fake Israelites that say those giants were actual giants. Y'all heard that before, right? What are those giants? Not to that.
They were like how we would see like celebrities.
Perfect, exactly. Someone that you would look at as, like a star. You know what I mean? Like a giant. But you're like the New York Giants. Those are people that are superstars. You understand?
So like somebody with status.
Someone with status. Someone with renown. I think it said renown, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men.
Right. So these sons of God came into the daughters of men. Go ahead.
And they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old.
Right. So now you got to ask yourself, why did these brothers sleep with the women that were getting birth from the same family? Right. They had sisters too, but they wanted to go choose the heathen women. Right. Why didn't they want to choose the women that they grew up with? Go ahead.
So like, so is it because the heathen women were like fair to them, like they were attracted to them because of like how we'll see like
black women ain't beautiful, Hispanic women ain't beautiful,
like how we would see an Edomite woman these days, like because
when black men get with white women, they not beautiful. I don't know if you've seen her or not.
Oh God.
They getting with white women just because they white. That's not the answer though.
like this. I know it's a little off, but was they keeping the laws around this time?
Obviously not.
No, so like,
No, there was the law. The law was in effect. Yes.
Besides them doing that,
No. Once you break one law, you break them all, right? So why wasn't they choosing the women of their own though? Not so that.
Because they were in love with their lust.
No. I said it earlier. Go ahead, Ramon.
Was it good, like they envying them?
Nah. Anybody want to give it a shot, sisters?
They were tired of them?
Yeah, they was tired. Tired of what? Their mouth.
Right.
I said it like right. I said it right. So instead of dealing with these women that they were supposed to deal with, they wanted to deal with these heathen women, right? They didn't want to deal with their own, just like you see today, right? You see a lot of athletes for sure. A lot of athletes. They come from a gutter environment, wherever they Florida, California, wherever, and they go to college and they go get with the first white girl they see.
Right.
Mind you, this white girl has been ran through by the offensive line, right? So she meets this cat, and now this cat wants to marry her. You know what I mean? That's what happens all the time. I see, I'm like, this big old linebacker dealing with this trailer park white girl. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what happens all the time because they think it's a prize to have this heathen, right? So they take that, they go, boom, they have children. Where you at?
I'm in the middle of verse 4.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I got you.
And they bear children to them.
Mm-hmm.
The same became mighty men which were of old.
Right. So these same children became mighty men. Why are they mighty though? This is a concept you'll probably understand. Maybe if you go, why are they mighty? Why did an Israelite let's say an Israelite have sex with a heathen and their children became mighty men? Go ahead.
So is it because at that time period the heathen was running things?
Mm-mm.
Because our genes more dominant.
Our genes you're onto it. Our genes are dominant, sis.
Is it because they were the seed of their father? Like they're Judah?
They were the seed of their father, which is the problem. What's the problem though? How did they become mighty men? The sons of why weren't the sons of God mighty men? Go ahead.
Because is it because they were mixed?
Yes.
So it's more like amazing.
Yes.
Because they look white.
Exactly.
It's like the basketball player who looks white, but they do do.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's why they're mighty. Not because of what they're doing, it's because who they can be with. You know what I mean? They can be with you and they can be with them. You understand? That makes them mighty. That's what made them mighty, right? They can jump from the free throw line and go to the frat party. Y'all get what I'm saying? They're socially accepted.
Right.
God hated that. Y'all with me? That's why God had to flood the earth. Because men were sleeping, they were watering down their bloodline. You understand? They're watering down that bloodline because what's going to happen to this mixed brother what's his wife going to be? Yeah, another heathen. You get what I mean? Why? Why is he? How you know he's going to marry a heathen? You understand, right? Go ahead, Nazar. You got a question?
Oh, no, sir.
Coming down.
So, like, is it just a sidebar and backtrack a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a precept for the Giants where it says, because I had a conversation with somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Again, when they said that Satan disobeyed God, and going into this right here, and it says that they believe that the angels off of this chapter 6 that the angels slept with the women, mm-hmm. and that they had giants, like literally giants. You know how you said like the fake Israelites teach.
Yeah.
But, which one is it? What verse was it? Verse 4. Yeah, verse 4. There were giants. Mm-hmm. Like, is there a precept that says that giants means like a man? Well, that the men of renown.
Okay, you got this. You have to tell them Does it show me that this is a real giant?
Okay, come.
You get what I'm saying? That's what you like. Don't have him pull you a precept. Like, don't have him ask you to pull a precept. Make him pull a precept.
Come.
Like, where is giants? Where are they?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what you want to. That's what you want to do. Show me where it says giants. Where are these giants? What does this giant mean? He said, well, you know, giants mean big people. Where is big people at? You get what I mean? That's all. Where is the big people at, and why are they not here? You know, that's all.
But and so, like I said, but to teach them, right? To teach them that the giants means a man of status.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you go for the source for that?
I would just bring up things in the world, like New York Giants, San Francisco Giants, like things like those that are metaphorical.
Okay, come.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't have to pull a precept. Go ahead, Nasser.
So like I said, was Goliath like, wasn't he like both? He was a giant as far as like a celebrity.
Yeah, like Shaq's a giant.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a big as hell amongst us, but he's still a human.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like these are not angels. Did not come down and sleep with women. Angels can't sin.
Come.
You understand? I got that precept for you. Hold on 1 second. All right, where you at?
I'm at the I'm at the end of verse 4.
All right, give me 5. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of men was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
That's it?
Kind.
God. Let me get Tobit 4 and 12. He knew
like
that.
Sir, the end of verse 4 said the men are renowned.
There you go.
So like you could tie that into what giant means?
Yeah.
Okay, come.
We didn't read that?
Not allowed. You said go to 5.
Oh, Slack, I swear. Tobit 4 and 12 in the Apocrypha.
1 and 4?
4 and Slack, what did I say? Tobit 4 and 12.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly.
Hold on. That's a comma, right? Beware of all whoredom, my son. Right? Beware of all whoredom. Go ahead.
And chiefly.
And surely, chiefly means surely. Go ahead.
Take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
Take thy wife of the seed of thy fathers. That's what you got to do. Take your wife from what your father come from. You know what I mean? What does it mean? As an Israelite, right? Doesn't mean a specific tribe. At whatever your father is. Your father is a Judite. You can go sleep with a Dominican woman. You know what I mean? Your father is a Gadite. You can go sleep with a Judite woman. You understand? These are Israelites that it's talking about, right? So that's what the Bible is talking about. Beware of all whoredom, and chiefly take your woman of your father's seed. You understand? Your father's seed. You know what I mean? Right? That's what it said, right? Good to go on that, right? Any more on that? Go ahead.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
Take not what?
A strange woman to wife.
You understand, right? Strange mean what? Stranger.
Right.
You understand? Don't take a strange woman to wife. That's against God. They don't tell you this in the Christian church. Why? Sis. They want you to sin. Is correct more, not that?
Because to them, God loves everybody.
There you go. That's what it is. Because God loves everybody. You should give your seed to everybody. Men too. Give your seed to everybody. You know what I mean? That's what they're about, right? Loving everybody. All right, no sweat. Where we at? Let me get Deuteronomy. Let me get Nehemiah 13 and 23. Put Deuteronomy 7 and 1 through 3 in your matter of fact, read Deuteronomy 7 and 1. Go ahead, Oscar.
Sanche 8:33.
Okay. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7 and 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, that the Hittites,
go ahead.
The Girgashites,
go ahead.
The
Ammonites, go ahead.
And the
Canaanites,
and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Keep going.
Verse 2. When the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them.
You shall what?
Smite them.
Keep going.
And utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Don't make no what?
Covenant.
Don't make no agreements with them. Go ahead.
Nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3.
This is what you need right here. Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
You understand, right?
Right.
All these different nations. Remember, he said Greeks, Japanese, white people, Africans, all these different nations. He said a couple more. All these different nations. The Lord said, what? Read again.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
You understand, right? Don't make marriages with them. The Lord prohibits that, man. Go ahead.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
You understand, right? Your daughter, don't give to his son. Go ahead.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
You understand that, right? Don't do it. The Bible is against it. The Bible does not want you sleeping with someone outside your nation. You're showing your allegiance to God when you sleep with y'all. You understand? That's how God intended it to be. That's why would he make a black man for a white woman when he made a white man? You know what I mean? Why would he make an Asian woman for a Mexican man when he made a Mexican woman? It's the whole reason why you got that. You understand? Those Asian people are for Asian people. White people are for white people, and black people are for black people. Y'all get that, right?
Come on.
No sweat. Any more on that? Go ahead.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They will turn away thy son from following me. That's the pitfall that happens when they go and serve these other, marry these other nations. You go turn from your God and serve another God. You understand? You good on that, though. Right? Let me get 1 Kings 11:1. Let me get Ezra 9:12 and then 1 Kings 11:1. Yeah, that's it. First Ezra. Ezra 9:12. Ezra.
The book of Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 12. Now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons.
Perfect precept, right? No sweat. Let me get 1 Kings 11:1.
So like you said that was Ezra.
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 Yeah.
What was it? Chapter
9 and 12.
9 and 12.
Then you want to put Nehemiah 13 and 23 in your breakdown, right? And 13 and 3? 13 and 23. 23? Yep. And then you want to put First Esdras in the Apocrypha 8 and 84 through 85. And then we're going to go to 1 Kings 11:1, all right?
Did you say, what was that? What was Nehemiah 13 and 23? Yeah,
Nehemiah 13 and 23. Proverbs 16 and 25 as well. We're not going to get all these, but I'll give you the precepts. First Esdras 8 and 84 through 85. Ezra, EZRA 9 and 12. And then we're going to 1 Kings 11:1, all right?
So you said First Ezra?
First Esdras 8 and 84 through 85.
84? So you said 8
and 84 through 85.
Okay.
We get 1 Kings 11:1.
Come.
Go ahead.
The book of Salaki, I'm saying 1 Kings. You said First Ezra?
No, that's what I want. 1 Kings.
Oh, you want 1 Kings? I thought you said First. Salaki. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
But King Solomon loved many strange women.
Say it again.
But King Solomon loved many strange women.
Everybody knows Solomon, right? The wisest king on the earth, right? David's son, right? Who took over from him. He loved heathen women.
Right.
You understand? He loved heathen women. That's why the Bible says, but King Solomon, what?
But King Solomon loved many strange women.
He loved many strange women. Go ahead.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
Ramah, go ahead.
So you can call him the wisest man, even though he was doing that?
Yeah, the Bible calls him the wisest king. You know what I'm saying? But he failed too, right? Go ahead.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
The daughter of Pharaoh, a Hamite. Go ahead.
Women of the Moabites. Ammonites.
He was sleeping with the Chinese women, The Japanese women. Go ahead.
Edomites,
White women. Damn. Go ahead.
Zidonians,
Zidonians. That's Africans, I believe. I think it's another thing African. Go ahead.
and Hittites.
Those are Greeks. Go ahead. I believe those are Greeks or Hamites. One or two. Go ahead.
Verse 2, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
You understand that? That's the one that the Lord said, don't do that. Don't go have sex with them. Go ahead, come up.
Sir, I was going to say that there's a cut because there's a fake group out there that teaches that the one where we went in Deuteronomy, where it's talking about don't get with the Hamites, but they want to date white women, and they said, well, in there it didn't say Edomites.
Right.
But then you come here and it says
Edomites. Strange. Yeah, you understand. You got to be really careful with people who want to sleep with white women.
Right.
People will go with, man, listen, they'll be an Israelite and find a way to sleep with a white woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, she's Italian. Italians are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. They would try to just put any white woman in there to sleep with them. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 2, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
Go ahead.
Neither shall they come unto you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods.
All right. So King Solomon lost the whole damn kingdom because of that. He lost his whole kingdom over heathen women because he started to build temples for them. He started to do things for their nations. You know what I mean? Because he slept with these women and loved these women, and these women had influence over him, made him weak. You get what I'm saying? Made him weak, and what happened? He lost the kingdom because of heathen women. That's the whole point. You know what I mean? You want to talk about O.J. Simpson? You want to talk about Tiger Woods? Give me some more athletes. Give me some more. Kanye West. Tiger Woods, right? All of them, right? every cat. To sleep with my cousin. You get what I'm saying? Like any cat that slept with a heathen, his life is going to get destroyed, man. You know what I mean? And then my thing is this: you don't look at black and Hispanic women like they, what they possess that you don't want. You get what I mean? It's a character flaw, and it makes someone look very strange as a man to sleep with someone that's not in your nation. You know what I mean? You can't really trust a man like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what he'll do. All right. We good on that topic? Any questions on that topic? I think I got one more piece of it, actually. Hold on, one. Let me get Numbers 12 and 1. What's your question, sis?
You said Nehemiah. What was the
13 and 23. Nehemiah 13 and 23.
Which one did you just say now?
I'm going to Numbers 12 and 1.
The book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married.
Right. So a lot of people say that Moses had an Ethiopian woman. He had a heathen woman. Right. He did have a heathen woman. But this was before he came into the knowledge of the truth. You understand? Now, if you was to sleep with a heathen woman, right, a woman outside your nation, and then you come into the truth, are you allowed to divorce that woman? Somebody raise their hand. Coming up.
Yeah.
No, you cannot. You have to keep that woman. You understand? The Lord has looked at it like, he died for that, but you can't throw this woman away. Y'all with me? Now, she can't come to the class, right? She can't come to the Passover. She's going to be a heathen. She's not your rib. Y'all understand, right? She's your wife. A rib is someone from your own family. So now this is your wife, right? She cannot come around, but you cannot throw her away. Y'all with me? So now, they got at Moses because Moses had a heathen woman, right? Keep reading. 1 second. Go ahead.
For he had married an Ethiopian woman. Verse 2. And they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us?
Go ahead.
And the Lord heard it.
The Lord heard it. Go ahead, Slaki.
Now the man Moses was very meek, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth.
Right. He was the most good-looking brother on the earth. Right. 1 second, Ramon. Go ahead.
And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation.
Mm-hmm.
And they three came out.
What was the point of God saying that Moses was meek? It's like it. Meek. What is meek again? Meek is. So someone give me meek. What is meek?
Humility.
There you go. So like this, but there is another verse that talks about how handsome the brother is. What does meek mean though? Oh, so like what does he mean when he says Moses was meek? He said meek, right?
Come on.
What does he mean by that though? In this context. Go ahead.
Does that mean like he knew what they were saying and he didn't care?
Yes, but it's something else though. Sis.
Is it of righteous?
No, not of righteous. I score.
He was shameful about it because he knew that Rib was an evil.
That's true. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
His humility came from knowing that he committed a sin in the past. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't check her, or he didn't check them for coming at him like that. He could have been like, yeah, I had her. I was in the world, but I got to keep her. He could have checked her hard, but he didn't. But the Lord's about to check her. Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 5. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle.
Go ahead.
And called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in darkness, and not in dark speeches.
Go ahead.
And the similitude of the Lord shall he hold, shall he behold.
Go ahead.
Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous.
She became what?
Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
White as what?
White as snow.
White as what?
White as snow.
Go ahead.
And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Solid,
good to go. So what happened? He stepped in for Moses for not checking them, and he checked them himself. God himself. You understand? He said, if I'm going to speak with anybody, I'm going to speak with Moses. Not y'all. Y'all are not my servant. Moses is my servant. You get what I mean? He slept with an Ethiopian, but that was back then. And I'm still dealing with him, and I'm not dealing with y'all. So who are you to tell him what he did was wrong? I deal with that, not you. You know what I mean? And he turned the woman's skin white, which is a horrible thing back in that time, because people with white skin would get put to death because they would be considered a vagabond or fugitive for a crime committed. Y'all with me, right? All right, so we're good to go. What was your question, Nat?
Oh, so Flavia, so I was gonna say, was that Ethiopian one? Was that wasn't Jethro's daughter, was it?
It is, kind of. All right, solid. Any other questions? We good on that. Go ahead.
Carl, so I had a question.
It's off the topic, right?
Yeah, Carl, so
go ahead.
I had a question in Matthew 19 and 13.
Matthew 19 and 13?
Carl, so
go ahead.
Matthew 9 and 10. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples.
Hold on, one more time, Salaki.
Matthew 9 and 10. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. Verse 11. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, Why why eateth your master with publicans and sinners?
Go ahead.
Verse 12. But when Jesus heard that, he said unto them, they that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. Verse 13. But go ye and learn what that meaneth.
Mm-hmm.
I will have mercy and not sacrifice.
Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, okay, the tone that Christ said in 13, is that like him like just being straight up like you know how brothers are in the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Look, he's saying like, go learn what that means. Like he's being smart. Like I know you don't know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Go try and figure it out.
Yeah. Who's he talking to?
To the Pharisees.
Right. Why?
Because they trying to say they're coming against him.
Why? Why they coming against him?
Because he's congregating with sinners and publicans.
And what are they?
Sinners.
Yeah. That's the point. That's what he's telling them. You know what I mean? They don't understand because they're the sinners too. You get what I mean?
That's why he's saying go find out what that means.
Yeah, because they don't understand because they think they're perfect, like Christians.
Right.
They think they're saved, right? That's when a Christian says he's saved, he's saying he doesn't have to work anymore. He's accepted Jesus and that's it, and he's done, right? So he doesn't have to do anything anymore. So he's there. That's their mindset. Their mindset is what? Why are you with the publicans? Why are you with the sinners? Why are you doing that? Why are you being around them? That's why you had to tell them, why would I be around people who are healed? I'm gonna be around people who need help, right? That's the whole point. So now, can you go sit with a sinner? Yes, you should. You should go shine your light on them. And all the light that you have and all the knowledge and wisdom you have, go give it to them because they're the one that need it, right? So don't be ashamed if you're around people who are sinners. You know what I'm saying? They need your light. But now your job is to what? Be strong in that. You can't waver now. If you waver, they're gonna sense it. Now they can't. Now they're gonna say like they're gonna be like, what? Well, you're not even that strong in your faith. I'm a cold, hard drug addict, and you grabbed at the blood. You get what I'm saying? Like you gotta be brotherly. Like, man, I would hate for you to, get cancer. Man, you gotta stop that. Like, what does that do? You convicts a brother's spirit. Like, damn, I don't want cancer. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, he's still smoking, man. You gotta get off that weed, man. White man trying to destroy you with that weed.
Right.
You don't gotta say it every single time. Just say it once, so you know where you stand. And then maybe he'll never smoke around you again. That's probably the most thing that happens. People stop smoking around you, stop doing things around you because they don't want to get cut in their spirit. You know what I mean? But I don't do it. I don't really be around people who do that, but I don't do that though. I don't try to cut them. I just let them do them because they know where I stand. I just walk away. You know what I mean?
So my real question was, I had that question too, but the other question I had in this verse was, what did he mean when he said, I will have mercy and not sacrifice?
I will have mercy and not sacrifice. What is a sacrifice?
Sacrifice an animal for someone's sin.
No. What's the sacrifice he's making? What's the mercy that he's dealing with? He's giving these brothers.
Not killing them.
No. You can't remember in the news. They're not killing no more. Christ is there. Shlaki, you're right. Not killing them will be correct. Not killing them will be correct. That's true. I'll take that. In our world, what would mercy be today?
Being kind to a brother?
Yes, not cutting them.
No, not.
You get what I mean? That would be our mercy. Our mercy would be not cutting them, meaning not telling them how evil they are.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
That's what they were doing.
Right. So he's dealing with them in a brotherhood sense by just being around them and just dropping the truth on them. You get what I mean? So he's telling them that's the mercy that he's giving them, is just dropping the truth and being around these brothers. Something that what? The Sadducees and the Pharisees don't do because they won't go around them. You know what I'm saying? So he said, I'm going to have to deal with mercy and not sacrifice, which is brotherhood. He's being brotherly towards these cats because he wants these cats to change. Y'all understand? All right, no sir. Any other questions?
There's one online.
Go ahead.
The sister Irina Gongola.
Mm-hmm.
This is talking about Miriam. It says, so being turned white, is that considered the mark of death? Is that the mark he put on Cain Abel's brother.
Yes, this is the same mark. Go to Genesis 4:16.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4, and verse 16. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. 17. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and he builded a city.
Wait. 4:16. Go to 4:11.
Come on. 4 and 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Go ahead.
A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Go ahead. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be on the earth. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me get where it's at. A fugitive and a vagabond. I'm trying to see where he marked them. Anybody know what that said? 15?
15.
Hold on. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever is slain, vengeance shall be taken on him. That's Salaki. Yep, that's it. Go ahead. 15.
Genesis 4 and 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Right, because now the Lord made him a fugitive and a vagabond, right? He hit him with the mark, he hit him with the mark, right? We're not getting there yet. He said, and the Lord said, read 15 from the top.
And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken upon him sevenfold.
Go ahead.
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain.
Go ahead.
Least any finding him shall kill him.
Right. The mark was what? The mark was leprosy. Go ahead. Say it again.
No, so like I said shall, but it says should kill him.
No sweat. The mark was leprosy. How do you know? Go ahead.
Because everyone at that time was already a different shade of brown.
You gotta give me the precept though.
You
get the precept where Moses put his hand in the cloak. Get that one, right? So now let me break this part down, right? It says, and the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any man find it should kill him. And Cain went out there from the like 1 second. It says, whoever shall slain Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold, right? So it says, and the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. Meaning this, if you was to kill Cain, right? If you kill Cain, vengeance is going to be given unto you sevenfold. So the punishment for killing Cain, because he was a vagabond, right, would be, your punishment would be greater than what you did. You understand? And the spirit of Cain is the spirit of Esau, right? The murderous spirit, right? That's why if you can't kill a white man today. What's going to happen if you kill a white man today? Nazar.
You're either going to prison or you get put to death.
Yes. Not only that. Okay, let's take it to this place, right? What happened when Osama bin Laden and his men killed 3,000 people on 9/11? What happened? Go ahead.
America killed like half their country.
Right. Like, you talking about millions of people. You get what I'm saying? They took vengeance on what happened to them, and the Lord took vengeance for him. You get what I mean? You are not allowed to touch the white man on earth, unless he, of course, tries to attack you, right? You can't take vengeance into your own hands, because now you're setting yourself up for failure, according to God. He protected Cain with that. He made him a vagabond. He gave him the white skin. He had to leave, but no one could kill him. If they did, they would face death 7 times fold. Y'all with me? So you think about that, right? That's what happened. That's what he's talking about. You got that precept? Go ahead.
the book of Exodus, chapter 4, and verse 4.
Exodus 4:4. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thine hand and take it by the tail. So like it. No. Is it 16? Or 6, so like verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put forth, so like it, put now thine hand into thy bosom.
Mm-hmm.
And he put his hand unto his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
His hand was what?
Leprous.
Leprous
as
snow. Right? That's what you want.
Okay.
No sweat. All right. Any other questions? I-S-P.K.
God, so this is, I have a question in Matthew 10 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
It reads, I'll start at verse 9. Matthew 10 and 9. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses. Verse 10. Nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staffs, for the workman is worthy of his meat.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to know, what does it mean when he says the workman is worthy of his meat to his disciples?
Right. So now he's preparing them. He said, take no, right? Don't take this, right? Right. So now there's a time where Christ is with him, and Christ will provide. You feel me? Christ will provide for his men and all that, right? Because he was with them. He was preparing them like, you good, you too wild. But there will be a time you're going to have to take all those things when Christ wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? These are things you would take on for a travel. Remember, they're walking, sojourning. You get what I'm saying? So what he's saying, his exercise is the Lord will provide. You get what I mean?
Okay, so when it says the workman is worthy of his meat, and then don't worry, because the Lord got you with all that.
Come.
Okay,
and then after he died, he told them to take these things with him.
Right.
You should take these things with you. You understand? So that was all. All right. Any other questions? Not that.
So like it, sir. Back to the with Cain. So when the Lord said he marked his head, did that just mean like from here up is just all leprous?
No, his whole body. His whole body.
Okay,
cool. His whole start to think about the Harry Potter mark. You know what I mean? When it says mark, it's his whole body got marked. You know what I mean? That was the mark of Cain. It's like a marked man. Yeah, we say that proverbially, right? Now, but this man was literally marked. Like that was the universal sign for someone who needs to die. You get what I mean? So that's why he was scared, because he was like, my punishment is too great to bear. He said, all right, but I got a provision in here that makes sure that makes it to where no one can kill you, but you just can't live on earth. I mean, you can't live in the city. You got to go in the mountains. You know what I mean? You got to go live amongst other people, because you just shown that you can't live amongst your own brother. You know what I mean? All right, and that's that. Any other questions? Solid? Good to go? All right, with that, I'm Pascal, so with the priest and officer, I.S.P.K.
Men of Israel, Ahijah, may stand. I'm going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Ahijah Shabbat, Ahijah Barak,
Yahweh Yahshua
Barakatah.
Aquafian, you can please stand. Aquafian means sisters. Sar face the brothers. Sar means turn. Turn and face the brothers. I'm going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Ahijah Shabbat, Ahijah Barak, Yadi Matah, dismissed.